Alright guys, what's up? So this is Delta-13 with my good old-fashioned Lancer Tactical MBAV. It's not really an MBAV, they call it a, like, Molly plate carrier or something weird. But it's Lancer Tactical, you'll find it just about anywhere. This is one of those things that a couple of the other guys on the team have had. One of our guys, he bought the Matrix version, which is not the same. Surprisingly, it fell apart in like a week. But I've had this for, I don't know, probably going on 3 or 4 years now, and it's had its fair share of weight and pouches on and off of it. Held up really good over the years, over the weather, all of it. Not a whole lot of fraying. I've moved, just little bits like this around so I can route cords through it a little easier. And yeah. So what I've got going on here is just what I need to do what I need. Nothing less, nothing more. Big mix of pouches, big mix of brands. It's just, again, what I needed to do the max and the minimum. On your left side would be my IFAK, which contains all my bandages and such for games that require them, spare batteries. Usually down in the bottom is a spare SD card for the contours that we run, and some signal flares for night games if we need them for exfils or things like that. Behind that I've got a replica tourniquet, no big deal, just there for, IFAK tourniquet, makes sense. Moving on towards the right would be my radio, which you've got to have if you're doing bigger games. It's the PRC 152. They're a big pain in the ass to program, but once you get the hang of it, they work like a dream. I would not recommend going off-brand with any of the cables, PTT, or headset, because it just won't work. So buy in brand. It's more expensive, but it'll save you in the long run to just stay on that. That's a Fly radio pouch, OD obviously. Also Fly IFAK. Just your standard. I think these are Phantom, and it's just the dual M4 pouches. Nothing fancy going on there. Up above is the Emerson, what do they call it? I don't know. It's supposed to be a dangler pouch, sit below the carrier, but since this doesn't have the additional row of Molly, I am using it as an admin pouch because I got sick of looking at the OD green admin pouch that came with this. On towards this side would be an Avengers utility pouch, I guess. And in that is my grenades or whatever else smoke kind of specialty weapons that I would need. Pretty basic there. That's the front. So yeah, now looking at the back, I've got the Avengers waist bag as my upper pouch. Whip antenna for those big games routed through to the front, obviously. And a Fly horizontal utility pouch. So to go through the pouches, in the IFAK, there's, if I can get around my tourniquet, there's the bungee retentions, 2 on the front, 1 on the bottom, and then 2 on the back, which are not stitched in the middle like the front is. And yeah, that's all there is to that. Radio pouch, obviously radio goes in. Mag pouch, obviously mags go in. And my utility pouch over here, very open, obviously. Nothing fancy going on there. The Dangler-like pouch by Emerson. It's got a lot of space, but not anything real fancy. On the front, there's just a basic little pouch. It's usually what I'd keep a map or something in just to keep it separate. And inside is just one opening and then this little netted pouch. A couple loops to put, you know, carabiners or whatever, your car keys, stuff like that. My wallet and phone usually go in there. Hard for someone to steal it off your chest, right? Inside the back is, you know, the horizontal pouch. That's just got, you know, your basic utility stuff. There's a couple bungee retentions and my, you know, good old ghillie. There's a couple bungee retentions in there. Four retention areas for probably smoke grenades, 40 millimeter, whatever you'd possibly want to fit in there, and then 2 additional for additional stuff. Moving on to the Avengers waist bag is a whole lot of retail for whatever you can possibly dream of fitting in here. With my speed loader, I usually keep anything that I can't fit on my front in here. So lots of space in there for just random little things, snacks, crunch bars, whatever keeps you going. And then in the larger pouch towards the back or towards the body, depending on if you run this as a waist bag, is another open compartment with a couple more sub pouches, one towards the back and then 2 more on this side. This is usually what I keep my hydro in and anything that's not too important towards the back. That way you don't have to jump over all this to get to it. Yeah, nothing too crazy going on, pretty cheap, works extremely well, does everything I ask it to, carries everything I ask it to, and it's comfy. It's a good, comfy carrier, well distributed weight, all that. There it is.